Have you ever felt that the singer you like should be liked by everyone? Do you feel that the political opinion you have is shared by majority of the people in the country? Do you feel that the food item you like should be liked by everyone else or is liked by everyone else? If this is true, you have fallen victim to false consensus effect. This is a cognitive bias in psychology. The tendency to overestimate how much others agree with us is known by social psychologists as false consensus effect. This kind of cognitive bias leads people to believe that their own values and ideas and opinions are normal and that the majority of people share these same opinions, even if that is not the case. Let's say that Parth's Facebook newsfeed is full of stories advocating a certain political position, even though that feed is created by him to include people he knows and is influenced by an algorithm based on his behavior. He may assume that the majority of the population agrees with his position. Why does the false consensus effect happen? One possible cause of the false consensus effect involves what is known as the availability heuristic. When we are trying to estimate how common or likely something is, we tend to look at the examples that come to mind most readily. If you are trying to decide if other people share your beliefs, you'll probably think of people who are the most similar to you, like your family and your friends, and it's very likely that they do share many things in common with you, which leads you to the misconception that everybody else also shares your opinions. Researchers have suggested that there are three main reasons why false consensus occurs. Our family and friends, the most important people in our life with whom we interact the most, are more likely to be similar to us and share many of the same beliefs and behaviors. Other believing other people think and act in the same way we do can be beneficial to our self-esteem, because of which we fall victim to this kind of thinking. To feel good about ourselves, we are motivated to think that other people are just like us. Also, we are most familiar with our own attitudes and beliefs. Since these ideas are typically at the forefront of our minds, we are more likely to notice when other people share similar attitudes. What are the factors that influence the false consensus effect? The false consensus effect tends to be stronger in certain situations. If we consider something really important or feel very confident in our point of view, the degree of false consensus tends to be stronger. That is, we are most likely to assume more people agree with us. If you are very concerned about the environment, for example, you will probably be more likely to overestimate the number of people who are also very concerned about environmental issues. The effect is also stronger in instances when we are very sure about our beliefs, opinions, or ideas are the correct ones. If you are 100% convinced passing a certain law will reduce amount of crime in your community, you are more likely to believe that the majority of other voters in the town will also support the passage of the law. Finally, we are more likely to experience the false consensus effect in cases where situational factors play a major role. For example, imagine that you go to see a movie, but you think that the movie was not very good because special effects were not good. Now, since you assume everyone else viewing the movie is sharing same experience and forming same opinions, you might mistakenly believe all other viewers will agree that the movie is terrible. Research on the false consensus effect was first done in the late 1970s by researcher Lee Ross and his colleagues. In one experiment, the researchers had study participants read about a situation in which a conflict occurred, as well as two different ways of responding to the conflict. The participants were then asked to decide which of the two options they would choose. Guess which option other people would probably choose and describe the type of people who would choose each of the two options. The researchers discovered that no matter which of the options the participants selected, the participants tended to believe that the majority of people would also select that option. The researchers also found people tended to give more extreme descriptions of the characteristics of people who would choose the options that they didn't choose. This was the false consensus effect and how we fall victim to the belief that other people think in the same way as us. So if you feel that the political party you support, rest of the country also supports, or if you feel that the sports team you like is also supported by most other people, you have fallen victim to the false consensus effect. Thank you so much for listening.